I cancel culture is an interesting thing to exist. Um, there are people that I surely want to cancel, right? Like just don't want to have to deal with engaging or hearing or having any of their life impact my life. Um, then I have to understand and accept and recognize that people can change and that canceling people and not giving them an opportunity to ever have any sort of restorative anything, heal from anything, work through or come back and re-enter, try and if you cancel someone and never give them the opportunity or never share why they've been canceled and just cut them out, then you're not any better than they are because you've just ostracized someone without giving them any tools or understanding as to why. And then they're just stuck either thinking, well, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing because it was on them, or they get in their head and think, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And never really actually figure out what the problem was because they'll just think everything was the problem, you know? Um, so I don't know. Like, do I want to ever hear any music from R. Kelly? No. No. Do I want to hear anything from Drake? No. Because they're both creepy ass predators that are manipulating and grooming underage girls. And nobody fucking needs that. Um, there are people out there that really appreciate those musics. They really did some things for their heart and soul, and I don't know. It's canceling celebrities is confusing because a lot of people that I would love to have, like who I thought when things got leaked out would get canceled, are having such successful careers. It's insane. Like Jake Paul, which I think is his name. He's the person that at some point took video in the suicide forest, I believe. Joked around and faked his death or something. Then he also got recently famous for just starting a bunch of fight videos and fighting people and fighting professionals and just I think he got specifically famous for punching and knocking out one person, but and then he made some NFTs, NFT trading cards of those things. So he's just making money on money on money on money. And it's like, I understand he's somebody's demographic, but what the fuck is wrong with that demographic? No, no, no. Drake wasn't canceled. Drake wasn't canceled. That's the thing. People keep hearing Drake had these conversations, these relationships with underage girls, all these things, and he hasn't been canceled. They're just like, "Oh, Drake, you're weird." They're just letting it slide. I don't know. I don't know. Like enough people don't care. They're like, "Well, it was an innocent thing that to just have private conversations with Millie Bobby Brown." To be in a full relationship with SZA when she was underage and then make music about her and their in that relationship. Um like just ooh, I just don't like Drake. I just don't like Drake. Nexus mods. Does anyone learn from mistakes? I want to say yes. I really do. Um And I think that there are plenty of people that get canceled or figure out how not to get caught. But I also think there are people that feel that making a mistake is a learning opportunity and because of that don't make the mistakes that much more because or that often anymore because they are actively trying to learn to do differently. And that's not everybody's situation, but I mean that goes back to cancel culture, right? If you get canceled, will you learn from your mistakes? Maybe. I feel like you're more likely to learn from your mistakes if you have a community of people that can call you in and challenge you to think differently. Um, it's funny when I started saying that, I started thinking of Kanye or Ye as he is now, and how over the past few years his community has shifted. Um, did he make any mistakes to do any of that? I'm not sure. I don't really keep up with his life like that. Um, I just don't. But I don't know. If you don't see your things as mistakes, you can't really learn from them, right? If no one ever told you it was a mistake, or you don't perceive it as a mistake, then how do you learn from it? Or do you even care to learn from it? Um, I don't know. I don't know. People do what people do. Um, there are surely people that don't care about making mistakes, but I know for sure that I care. So that's at least one person. So much so that like I have a fear of failure and it's really messing with my life. Like le- mistakes equal failure to me a lot of the time, so I really try and learn from them. I was raised to think that if something doesn't go the way you want, then you just have to break it down into all of its pieces and figure out what happened to do it differently the next time. And like that's cool and all, but it's also not because you worked your hardest the first time and maybe you didn't get what you wanted, but like getting a C in a class when you wanted an A, even though you worked your hardest, like yes, you could try and learn differently, but what if you have been learning and doing your best, truly, and it's just, and that's where you are, C? Can you accept that? I think that's where it comes in. People accepting reality, accepting that they can change. I, people. I don't do it often. I don't people because it's stressful. Ah, that's why I play sim games, because then I can meet people that kind of people but only have so much written dialogue so they can't be they can't hurt my feelings.